Hi, it's Orit Krug, and today we are talking about why trauma processing and healing works best with movement and dance. So let's do a little check-in for a moment and see if this sounds anything like you. You are so aware of everything that's happened to you in the past, all the memories and the stories and the ways that people abandoned and rejected you and didn't meet your needs. And you can basically draw a map from all those events to the behaviors and the patterns that you're struggling with in your relationship today. And if anyone asked you to draw this out, you would have a clear picture because that's how insightful you are. Yeah, this was me for the longest time before I did this work in my body and movement. And it feels like having that awareness means that we're processing and working towards healing. But the reality is it's actually blocking us from that, because when we keep talking about the same stories over and over again, we're just creating deeper neural pathways that's reinforcing the trauma in our minds and in our bodies. The more we talk about the trauma, the more it's with us. We're not actually releasing it, we're just holding on to it stronger. And so what really needs to happen is that we need to process and heal this through our body and through our movement. Now, you might already have a sense of like, oh my gosh, I'm so tense and I just feel like it just feels stuck within me. And you might have that body felt sense of it being in your body. And whether you do or not, the reality is that trauma is stored in our bodies. That part of your brain that you're using to talk about your trauma and make these cognitive connections is the same part of the brain that goes offline when we experience trauma. So we're not actually accessing 90% of the memories and the feelings that happen to us. So we're not actually releasing the trauma when we talk about it, because trauma is stored in our bodies. And the only way to really access and release it is safely and gently going into the body and releasing it through movement, because movement is what helps us move it out and externalize and release it and change our patterns. Movement is what helps us do things differently, right? So people spend years, people get divorced over this, over going to couples counseling and talking about, this is what I'm going to do differently. You know, they have all the awareness of their trauma in the world. They're like, okay, I get that. That's in my past. The next time we get into an argument, I'm not going to snap at you. I'm going to be present and stay calm. And then the next time they have an argument, they don't, right? It all goes out the window, because your physical body, your mind is saying, I want to do this differently, but your physical body is just doing the same old thing because it doesn't know any differently. So we have to do this work through the body and through movement if you want to heal your trauma, if you really want to leave the past in the past, if you want to break out of the prison of trauma that is really surrounding your body from being more open and free and loose and, you know, basically connected and able to give and receive healthy love. And there's no amount of talking that can change that for us when we've experienced trauma. And in fact, I would encourage you right now, today, to stop talking about the same old thing, right? Because if it was going to help, it would have helped that first or second or third time even, maybe, that you made that amazing connection between your childhood and what's happening in your relationship now. If it's not working, that's, you know, you already know. You already know you have to do this a different way. And if you want to learn how to do that, then sign up for my free Wired for Love training. It's a 3-part video training that will teach you what it will take for you to release your trauma, rewire your nervous system, and break these old patterns so that you can rewire your nervous system for love and enjoy a healthy, lifelong relationship with your partner. If you're interested in signing up, click on the link to the side above or below, depending on where you're watching. And it's free, it's amazing, and it has changed lives on its own. I know it will bring you closer and deeper to healing than years and years of talk therapy ever could. So sign up now, and I will see you there.